Hello, students. Let us continue. Chapter 2 Is Matter Around Us Pure? So, today we are going to start our new topic, that is separating the components of a mixture. So, students, we have learned that most of the natural substances are not chemically pure, but different methods of separations are used to get individual components from a mixture. Separation makes it possible to study and use the individual components of a mixture. So, heterogeneous mixtures can be separated into their respective constituents by simple physical methods like hand picking, sieving, filtration that we use in our day to day life. But sometimes special techniques have to be used for the separation of the components of mixture. So let us discuss these special techniques one by one for different mixtures. So the very first mixture, that is obtaining of colored component, that is dye, from blue or black ink. So to discuss this, let us have an activity, activity 2.4. So fill half a beaker with water as shown in the figure. Put a watch glass on the mouth of the beaker. Then put few drops of ink on the watch glass as shown in the figure. Now start heating the beaker. You will observe that evaporation is taking place from the watch glass. Now continue heating as the evaporation goes on and stop heating when you do not see any further change on the watch glass. Then, what do you think has got evaporated from the watch glass? Actually, it's water. Water gets evaporated from the watch glass. But is there any residue? Yes. As according to the diagram, there is a residue on the watch glass. And what is this residue? It is an ink part. So, ink is a mixture. Ink is a mixture of dyes in water. So, by the method of evaporation, a volatile component, solvent, from its non volatile solute can be separated. So, we can say evaporation is the best method to separate the dye from blue black ink as shown in the figure. This is one of the method of separation. Now, how can we separate cream from milk? So, students, nowadays we get full cream, toned, and double toned varieties of milk packed in a poly packs or tetra packs in the market. These varieties of milk contain different amounts of fat, and we have to separate them from milk. So, let us discuss an activity for this. Activity 2.5. Take some full cream milk in a test tube. Centrifuge it by using centrifuging machine for 2 minutes. Centrifugation is one of the process of separation, and if a centrifuging machine is not available in the school, you can do this activity at home by using milk churner used in the kitchen. Then take your observations. On churning the milk, lighter particles move upward and some solid particles start settling towards the bottom of the test tube. Then how this separation of cream from milk takes place? Let us discuss. Separation of cream from milk takes place by centrifugation due to the difference in the densities of particles in milk. So applications of method of centrifugation used in diagnostic laboratories for blood and urine tests, also used in dairies and home to separate butter from cream, and used in washing machines to squeeze out water from wet clothes. Next, how can we separate a mixture of two immiscible liquids? Immiscible liquids, that means do not dissolve in each other. We can observe them separately. So, to discuss this, let us have an activity. Activity 2.6. Let us try to separate kerosene oil from water using a separating funnel. Separating funnel is the equipment with the help of which we can separate immiscible liquids. Now pour the mixture of kerosene oil and water in a separating funnel as shown in the figure. Let it stand undisturbed for some time so that separate layers of oil and water are formed. Open the stopcock of the separating funnel and pour out the lower layer of water carefully. Now close the stopcock of the separating funnel as the oil reaches the stopcock. Okay, applications here. To separate the mixture of immiscible liquids, a separating funnel is used. Then in the excretion of iron from its ore, the lighter slag is removed from the top by this method to leave molten iron at the bottom in the furnace. The principle is that immiscible liquids separate out in layers depending on their densities. Next, how can we separate a mixture of salt, or we can say common salt, and ammonium chloride? So students, we have learned in chapter number 1 that ammonium chloride changes directly from solid to gaseous state on heating without changing in liquid state in between. So this method is known as sublimation method. To separate such mixtures that contain a sublimable volatile component from a non-sublimable impurity, for example salt in this case, the sublimation process is used. Some examples of solids which sublime are ammonium chloride, camphor, naphthalene, anthracene, etc. So let us discuss the sublimation method to separate ammonium chloride and salt. Here in the diagram, we are observing that there is a china dish in which we have taken mixture of ammonium chloride and salt, and an inverted funnel is put up on the china dish, and a cotton plug is applied on the mouth of the inverted funnel. Now with the help of burner, the mixture of ammonium chloride and salt is to be heated, and after heating the vapors are generated, and here the solidified ammonium chloride is deposited on the upper part of the inverted funnel, and this is actually the separation method shown in the figure. So students, I hope you understood these few methods of separation for separating some special kind of mixtures. Thank you for listening.